Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September edition of World Warrior US West for Street Fighter V. My name is James Chen, and I am joined by Mr. Noga Remy. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's so good to come in here and see some awesome Street Fighter action. Man, it's going to be a packed night. We're here with the third one of the series of five before the finals. So it's definitely getting, that midway point. We're starting to see some of how the points are fluctuating, and like now they're finally setting to settle. Though not too much for US West, where it's just been Chris CCH, unsurprisingly.
Hey, look, we've got three more opportunities for other guys to be able to come in here and try to maybe dethrone him. But you know what? I mean, it's the thing about it is the points isn't necessarily the be all end all, right? I mean, one of the nice things about it is you compete in these monthly events, you get the points, but then the points actually make it so that the top 8 players, everybody who participates, gets points no matter what. But it is only the top 8 players with the most points that make it to the regional finals. So, as long as you keep up pace with Chris CCH, all you got to do is beat him in that one regional finals, and then you will be your representative for Capcom Cup from US West.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a small mountain to climb. And of course, as we're going through the night, make sure that you're checking out the clips and getting your clips in for the Level Up and Fresh Cut Community Clips Contest. And you get a chance to win a free subscription to the Level Up live Twitch channel. 3 winners will be announced throughout the week. So make sure that you're clipping, maybe it's not just Street Fighter that you're into, but we have Guilty Gear that's coming up. I believe the finals for that this week as well. And then whatever else is coming up on here, maybe this fun little thing that we have coming up before we get into the Street Fighter V action.
Yeah, so before we actually get into Street Fighter V, the top 8 here for this month, Capcom Fighting Collection has just come out recently, and, a lot of classic games there. I know we had the little, mystery tournaments run here on the Level Up Live channel, but one of the games that's featured on here, the 1 out of 10 non-fighting games in that game is, of course, Puzzle Fighter. And, for those of you who did watch the mystery tournament, you got a glimpse at what Puzzle Fighter can be about, but I'm telling you, I don't think people out there really know just how sweaty this game can get. Like, the level of strategy and just never say die in this game is intense. And when you get 2 players who are playing against each other at the highest level, the games can last so long, and it's so intense. It is very, very intense. And so we are actually going to have 2 players coming up here who are very, very good players. I mean, Vi is a good player himself. He's played against these people. He can vet them. But these guys are going to be really good. It's going to be excited to see how... I hope you guys get to watch and enjoy some high-level Puzzle Fighter action.
Yeah, I mean, people were going so deep into this game that they decided to add the colorblind accessibility option so that it can be easier for people, with different differences in their eyes to find the gems and make sure that they're hitting their combos and stuff like that, which is always super cool to get. There's also a bunch of new features that they added in the update with a new smooth filter, viewable hitboxes in most of the games. You can view your latency to your opponent in the lobby, as well as the input delay that you want to set, and I think some additional training mode settings across a bunch of different games. So it's going to be super awesome. I love that, even though this was kind of like a pack collection, that they're really taking care of it and that they're really going through and showing the love to all these old games that people really enjoy and want to be sweaty in and be that extra level of good. So
yeah, again, it's really, and I think we're gonna try to showcase a bunch of the different colors here. Now, obviously, that's gonna throw me off because I'm used to, for example, Ken always throws the red gems on the bottom row, and so if you're gonna fight again, I mean, look, if both of these players are super good, I'm guessing they're both playing Ken, okay? Because Ken is clearly top tier in this game, and one of the big strategies to fighting Ken is how you place the red gems on your screen. Obviously, if the colors are going to be a little bit different, I'm going to have to call him by a different name, but it looks like we're about to get started here. And, I mean, there is a potential maybe for Donovan. No, we're getting
I think it's just going to be Ken Mears.
So, again, if you're not familiar with Puzzle Fighter, the reason why Ken is so strong is because the gem pattern that he sends over is the all red gem. He sends them in rows. Right, so basically the rows that every row is a different color. When you play this game, it's very rare that you can create a field that is particularly flat. So when Ken sends stuff over to you, because they're all in rows, it tends to shift each other and break apart the colors that, that if it was flat, all the colors would be in a row, it'd be easy to break. But that's just not how it's gonna work. That's just not how it works with Ken. And you can see what the early strategy versus Ken is. So right now, the standard is the red gem. And so in this color scheme, it is the pink gem here that we are going to be talking about a lot. So the pink gem is the one to keep an eye on. And as you can see, both players are building up big. And you see how one broke a big chain and then the other one responded with their own chain? This is what you're going to see a lot.
Yeah, it's all about that slam, right? So that you're canceling out what's coming to you and making sure that you get to keep your board the way that you want it.
Yeah, the counter damage is super, super important in this game, and watching each other. And you can see on the right side over there of Hamster's screen, he's just set up a bunch of staggered breaks because that ends up creating easy chains like this, right? So that's kind of the situation there. You kind of want to stagger them on your non-setup side. Most players will be setting up the big stuff on the left side and then just staggering for accidental or, pseudo-accidental little mini breaks over there on the right.
Well, I know you said never say never before, but Jala gonna be losing the first one there.
Yeah,
losing the first round, excuse me.
Yeah, and one of the most important things to learn about Puzzle Fighter right away is that you will never die unless column 4 is the one that overflows. If you can keep column 4 empty and everything else gets filled with junk, you survive. So it's all about keeping column 4 alive, and what you see here is a dearth of pink gems, so both players have not been able to set up the standard anti-Ken setup here. They're having to go for something a little bit different now. Yeah, and one of the things that you also want to see from the... Okay, so the diamond. So watch the diamond here. You'll almost notice that every time someone gets a diamond, they will place it and then rotate it right before it crashes, before you activate the diamond. And the reason for that is because that is a glitch in the game that is now a feature, and basically it is called the diamond trick. The diamond comes every 25 pieces and does half damage. So it drains all one color, does half damage. However, if you do the diamond trick, somehow the game gets confused and does full damage.
That's really, really interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you fight against somebody else who knows the diamond trick, you'll be fine. Oh, he had the diamond, but he couldn't get it out in time. Jala, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but actually got that in there before he was able to place the diamond. Nice timing, and again, he's watching the screen. He knows that that diamond was coming, so he dropped something fast to make sure that he covers up the column. And to answer Mr. Brown's question, and yeah, if anybody has questions about the game in the chat, I see Mr. Brown asking, wait, there are different approaches for different characters? Absolutely. And again, it is what makes Ken the strongest character in the game, because his pattern is really good. For example, Ryu is actually awful in this game because he drops columns for colors. And so basically, anytime he sends you junk, column 1's gonna be nothing but the red gem, and of course in this case the pink gem. And you see Hamster sitting there waiting to set up this. Oh, actually he's like, oh, you know what, it's not even that big, I'm not even gonna bother. But if you, it's so easy to build a ginormous red gem against Ryu because all he does is send red on column 1. So if you do nothing but build red on column 2 and leave column 1 empty, no matter what Ryu does, he is building the biggest gem for you. And he basically kills himself.
That's unacceptable. Ryu always has to be at least a mid-tier character, right? It's the basis for every game.
Yeah, right. And yeah, he's actually like the worst character. Well, I'm sorry, Dan exists, right? Because he only sends red gems. But oh boy. And here's the thing. So looks like Jala Soul's in trouble, but he's fine. He got the diamond trick. Oh wait, never mind. And this is part of the big strategy. I've talked about this a lot during the mystery tournament that we played earlier. One of the tricks of this game is that you can send ginormous stacks at your opponent, but if it doesn't kill them, you basically are in trouble a lot of the times because people can actually fight their way out of these stacks. And so you always have to have a killing blow ready to go. So when Hamster sent that giant stack over to Jala Soul's side, he also had one more basically big gem to break to actually finish the job. And that's the most important thing because, like I said, these players know if you leave column 4 open, you won't die. And so sometimes it can be really hard to kill people. If you send a bunch of stuff to them and don't kill them right away, it's very easy for them to make the comeback.
Yeah, which is always something you want to be careful about. Now, we have these little circles or orbs that look like drop that spin around of a certain color. What do those do, James?
Oh, you mean versus the gems, right?
Yeah.
So the circles are the ones that break. So in other words, when you build this giant gem over here, you can't actually do anything until you drop one of the circular ones. So the circular is the actual break gem. So no matter what, if you never got any of the circular ones, you basically just die because you can't break anything. But as you can see here, oh, interesting, he switched that direction here. Oh, it worked, and he got the pink. Look at this, all that over there. But again, because column 4 is open, but oh, he's still alive. He's countering, yep. And as long as he keeps column 4 empty, he's just breaking through here. And again, when you send junk to the other person, you see that the blocks have the timers on them. You have to drop 5 pieces to break that, to break those, to turn those timer blocks so that you can actually break them. Oh boy. Oh god. Ding.
Oh, they were so close to recovering, but got the break right there off of the orbs, and now we're just back here. Got the diamond swap too, and now the board's clearing up here for Jala.
Yep. And like I said, if you don't have the finishing blow, and that's the thing, we had a situation where he was able to send all those gems, and now look at this big crash gem being sent. 28 now, going 13 though, the counter damage. So like you had mentioned earlier, if you actually send a bunch of your junk, it counter damages first, takes away what the opponent is sending you. 15, 19 incoming. No hope there. Sometimes the RNG is just not in your favor to survive.
And you can really see just like how back and forth this can be. It really just comes down to like, if you get that crash first and your opponent doesn't have anything to cancel it, it can really stack up fast.
Yep. And so what you're going to see here again, because when Ken sends over small things, because he has rows for his gem stack that he sends you, if he only sends small things, it's guaranteed that he only sends red at you. So Ken is a weak character at lower levels because if you aren't playing him right, you're just basically sending the opponent red gems all day to basically destroy you. And what you saw right there was Hamster intentionally waiting for Jala Soul to send a bunch of stuff. He stopped, he didn't pull down on one of his gems, he just held on to it because he knew the diamond was coming next. And so he just basically waited there until Jala Soul sent all that. Then he diamond tricked in response, so it couldn't be counter damaged anymore. Since Jala Soul had broken the big gem, he didn't have anything to counter that, so Hamster intentionally waited. Oh boy. All right, so Hamster tying it up, 1 round apiece here. But again, the way that Ken sends stuff is since he's always sending. So one of the strategies too is that you can try to send small amounts to the opponent to force them to do some cleanup. And if they do cleanup, then they're sending small stacks at you. So that way you can take advantage of Ken's stack a little bit easier. The problem right now is that both of these players are good. They know that. So, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a mind game here. But again, you need to drop those pieces, and speed is oftentimes a very crucial element to this game because especially with those timer blocks, and also the diamond pieces come once every 25 pieces. So the faster you play, the quicker you get to your next diamond. So sometimes if you find yourself in trouble, you just play as fast as you can to get diamonds. Oh boy, this is a trouble situation here. He needs a purple crash. He needs a purple gem so he can break through that column right there. He's going to be able to. This is Hamster I'm watching right now. Oh, it blocked the blue. Okay. Oh boy. Ah.
Man could not get that break to come down fast enough in the next set of gems, just not the right colors to keep the progress going. So Hamster's going to be losing that second one. Jala's going to be able to tie it up 1 apiece in this first of 5 here. So we are in it for the long haul.
Yeah, and again, you know, I had mentioned having the killing blow. Sometimes you don't need to send a giant stack as a killing blow. Once Jala Soul actually got Hamster's screen all messed up like that, he then just started sending as many small things as possible to block what Hamster could do to clean his screen. Interesting build from Jala. I'm not familiar with the strategy. He hasn't been going with the standard anti-Ken strategy, but also they haven't been getting a lot of the pink gems. And of course, in this colorblind mode, this is an alternate color scheme for, you know, for the colorblind players, as red and green gems look basically the same to colorblind players. The pink gem is akin to the red gems that Ken normally sends at the bottom. What the heck? Vice puts in the chat, you can taunt in this game while getting supered so you don't see the attack animation of getting hurt. I did not know that.
I haven't had time to look at the characters in the middle.
As I mentioned earlier too, I mean, Vi, back in the days of Southern Hills Golfland and everything like that, I mean, you think Vi is just a fighting game player, but he was pretty much one of the best at Puzzle Fighter as well. So he is a very strong Puzzle Fighter player himself.
Big break there from Jala, sends a whole bunch, but got the clear just a little bit here.
Oh God.
My God.
Can he stay alive? There's nothing he can do with that gem. And Jala Soul right now, yeah, it's interesting because the setup that he's doing is a little bit different. The strategy is not one that I am as familiar with, but I think he might just be playing to the RNG right now because honestly, the pink gems have been few and far between. So he's just building the blue gems instead, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you get that little preview there in the middle of what's going to come next, and so he can see that it's just mostly blue that's been coming across, and so just willing to stack on that and take the risk on that can definitely be the strategy. But now we're seeing a couple more colors come through, and so it can get a little dangerous with stacking multicolors if you're not able to prioritize and get a good break.
Also should probably note to everybody that you do get the same pieces as your opponent exactly. And one of the interesting things is that Hamster is definitely a slower player than Jala Soul. Jala Soul is always a few pieces ahead. And what that actually means is that Hamster can use Jala Soul as a preview of what pieces are coming. So he can actually stare over there and see if something is coming, if he can divide his attention fast enough to look over to the side.
Yeah, but in this critical situation, sometimes you're just focused on what's going to work best to clear the screen out a little bit here. And so now we're going to see this big break, stack some damage and give some more room to Hamster.
Yeah, and now setting a bunch more gems here. Hamsters, he got the diamond in time! And the diamond trick, but not that many. He cleared the yellow. There wasn't much yellow, but that can pay off in the end because what it does is it creates those kind of chains for Jala Soul. Here comes Jala Soul. And there it is. The diamond here is going to be able to save Hamster. Clears out the pink. And, yeah, got a 3 chain. So even if your 3rd chain is just breaking like 2 gems, the chains definitely add up, and so it's a very powerful thing to create chains. Again, even if you, like, for example, break 2 blocks that create a giant chain, that the second chain breaks a huge block, you multiply that damage a little bit, so it's always worth it to try to set something like that up. And Hamster fighting back here.
I mean, this has definitely been the intensity going back and forth. Literally every round has gone like each other way. So it's been like Hamster, Jala, Hamster, Jala, Hamster, Jala. It's just been going back and forth. But we got Jala here stacking for blue again versus what looks like Hamster stacking for this pink / red now.
You see how he does that too. Whenever he has the extra colors in column 3, he's also trying to he's always trying to break what's there. And see, even though he has the pink crash gem, he's definitely not going to break what's over there, but he's setting up a potential chain over there. But Jala Soul's trying to kind of ruin what he has set up, but he read that. He had the 1 pink gem sticking out there to give him the space. Oh, look at this.
Blue
No,
break, but
it's
no.
not going good enough.
Yeah, too many rows there just coming over. Couldn't pull pieces down fast enough to start getting the break. That's going to be Hamster up another one with an awesome kind of combo there, just getting the big break and then just following up with a bunch of little pieces to finish the fight.
And again, as you can see, the way that Ken's gems fall, it really is painful because, like I said, it's very rare that you can actually build a flat screen. And the main reason is that, like, if you could keep your field flat, then you might be able to fight Ken pretty decently. But the problem is, like I said, you only die if column 4 fills up. And so if you're building something flat, you will kill yourself. Like, if someone drops a big mess, then it'll also fill up column 4 and you die. So a lot of the times the way people will play the strategy is, you know, you have to keep it unflat like this. And so that's what makes Ken's pattern that he sends you so effective. Oh boy. Oh, he couldn't get the piece down fast enough. The diamond was next. The diamond was next. Oh.
Yeah, but we saw Jala with an excellent kind of stacking chain there with a bunch of big breaks, really giving him, I didn't even look at the number, but it was somewhere above 30 for the chain, for the rows that got sent or the blocks that got sent. So
it's really interesting because the way Jala plays really is he's not setting up necessarily to fight against Ken directly. He's just been doing the strategy of building 2 big chains, so he has one thing he can send and then another big thing. Oh my god, and just that was one of the fastest rounds that we've seen today. Holy moly.
My goodness, that was just some excellent stacking. And we saw the weird structure on the left for Jala where it was kind of like incremental. So he would have you know, a few of the pinks, and then there'd be a pink break that was just sitting offset. And so it was just a bunch of these offsets until like he found the clear, and it all came crashing down in like 2 huge change because he broke the purple and then broke the pink, and it was just so much garbage to send. Yeah.
I mean, the interesting thing about the way that Jala is playing, so all the strategies that I've been talking about, you know, about stacking and, you know, playing against Ken and making sure and taking advantage of, he's sending a lot of small things. What's happening here is that I think Jala knows that, you know, he's obviously playing against someone good, and so to rely on your opponent sending, oh yeah, there we go, big chain, to rely on your opponent sending you small pieces so that that Ken stack can actually be really powerful on the left. Oh, look at that counter. Yeah, all of a sudden nothing said, and for Jala that's a great screen, but you know, he'll be fine because you can see on Hamster's side he doesn't have anything for that finishing blow. But you know, instead what Jala is doing is he's playing basically one player-ish puzzle fighter to set up ginormous ammo to send at Hamster right away, because he knows that Hamster's not breaking a lot of small things, so all of his anti-Ken setups isn't really doing much. Oh, okay, Hamster needs to play fast. He needs to get to that diamond. Oh, look at that. 4 chain. Oh, nice.
And now the diamond coming in. Oh, that's going to be the big break for Hamster. Is it going to be enough to kill? Yeah.
Even in Puzzle Fighter, we can ask, is it going to kill? Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, like I said, it is about playing against the character, knowing the character that you're going up against. But because these players are both so good and they're not sending a lot of small junk, the pink gem setup that, you know, Hamster's playing kind of the patented what you expect to do against anti-Ken. Is you put all the pinks, aka the red gems, in column 2. But what Jala Soul is doing is he keeps setting everything up so that he has just ginormous ammo to send, but he couldn't finish the job.
Yeah, you could see that. Sorry to interrupt. Jala was just trying to break as many things as possible to try to send some finishing blows over, but it just wasn't enough. There was I think there was 2 breaks that came down in the same column, and so it was just able to clear some space and send a whole bunch of return. Look at all the junk on Jala's screen now.
Yeah, but he's okay right now if he can just find a pink gem. He needs a pink gem. They aren't. Oh, that's perfect, because that timer will trigger, and there we go. Boom. So this is kind of the sweaty back and forth match that, you know, I expected to see a lot of, because now what's happening is that both players are trying to dig, and since both players are trying to dig, they're not going to be sending ginormous stacks against each other. They're both trying to survive right now, and what that ends up producing is this kind of back and forth game, especially with diamond pieces coming every 25. Now,
but now we have the big pink break. Oh my goodness, just slammed. We don't have anything else for Jala to send.
Yeah, and so that means that Hamster's actually going to be, quote, fine right now. He'll be in a pretty decent position. But the interesting thing about this, and I did not know this, Vi actually told me this during the mystery tournaments that we were doing, but, you know, some of these matches can last a very long time. Unfortunately for Hamster, he has nothing to be able to break at that last one over there. What Vi actually told me was that if the match starts going too long, obviously the pieces start speeding up, but also the other thing that happens is that counter damage goes away.
Oh no.
So everything you send gets sent. So basically, yeah, it becomes a race just to blow up the opponent by sending something ginormous at them.
But now we kind of have 3 colors stacked here for Jala. Just, you got a small bit of blue, but then still the pink and the purple. Plenty of that to send some damage.
Yeah, look at that, 32 already. And it's interesting, I really feel like Jala plays for the diamond. Like, that's kind of his strategy right there. He tries to set something up for the diamond, but look at this big stuff that it got sent. But nice counter damage, and there you go. There's that setup again. Because as long as he's building the large gem on column 3 and column 5, as long as he's got the big gems over there and column 4 is empty, he will almost always have access to the to be able to crash that big gem that he builds, the gems that he builds. You know, the standard strategy against Ken is to build the red stack on column 1 and column 2, but if column 3 gets filled up with a bunch of junk that's staggered, it's hard to get access to that column. Oh gosh, you gotta play fast. Oh no. Oh,
got some breaks. Oh no.
My God. He's got
this
the
could be the turnaround.
And he's got the diamond. Oh, he might not even need the diamond. Nope, that'll do it right there. Oh. Dude, this game has, I mean, sometimes the RNG is just in your favor, and some games it just looks like you are absolutely dead, and I have seen the craziest comebacks in this game.
The swap to Shinko.
Whoa, okay.
So what makes Shinko different from Ken?
I'm going to look up her gem pattern over here. Because she's one that I don't remember offhand. Let me take a look over here. Shinko. She's one of the staircase characters. So basically, the tricky thing about her is because her gem stack is kind of like a staircase pattern, there's this one random yellow gem in this game. Let's see what color it'll be in this color mode over here. I'm not 100% sure. It might actually just still be yellow that's being sent. So it is yellow. So she sends one yellow gem in column 1 and then has a staircase of blue. Now, the thing that makes it dangerous is that because she sends that staircase of blue, that's why now Hamster is playing counter by stacking blue in columns 2 and 3. That's how you fight against Shinko. And so Shinko can accidentally, create a scenario that is hurtful to herself. But look at that chain. Oh, but all countered. Okay.
Yeah, not out of the woods yet, and Hamster's looking like able to clear. Well, both sides looking like they're able to clear more here, but we got a big empty space. Big empty space still on Hamster's side. Can't even fill in that column 2 at the bottom.
Yeah, but here comes the diamond, and the problem with it. Oh no, actually, he's got that great pink gem over there, but he's got to be careful. Okay, you see, this is key right now. If he drops that pink right there, when the timer runs out, he's got that perfect link, that chain to the pink over there. And look at this, staying alive. He needs a blue crash. There it is, boom. And now he needs the purple, perfect, boom, right through there. But the blue is cut off over there on the side. But he's gonna continue chipping away at column 4, because like I said, that's the important place to chip away at. And he's getting the purples. He staggered that a little bit. Oh my God, the blue just in time. So one thing about the diamonds that I should also mention is that, normally the timer blocks that are sent at you by the opponent. Oh, he needs a purple crash, but he's got the diamond. Oh my gosh, in time. Here we go. Counter damage, and now look at that. Basically nothing sent. They've just nullified each other. But anything sent by the diamond is a 3 timer. So everything, and you can see the pieces are actually falling much faster now because this game has lasted quite some time. But anything that's sent by the diamond is a 3 timer block. Everything else is sent is a 5 timer block. Oh boy. Oh, look at that counter damage. Oh, there is no more counter damage.
No, it's going away. Oh no, it's looking rough here, but we got the break, staying alive.
Oh my God.
Still getting good breaks here.
He needs a blue crash. He's not getting the blue crash. He can't get through. Oh my goodness. All right, the Shinko starting to work out here for Jala Soul.
Yeah, but you could see, like, sometimes it feels like Ken just has runaway games. With Shinko, it feels like so much more work to get something going.
Yeah. Like I said, the nice thing about Shinko is when she sends small things, she can definitely disrupt the opponent a lot more because of that column 1 little tiny yellow block that she sends over there. But again, you can see Hamster's definitely playing for that. He can't find any of the double blues. He wants to... Oh, okay, he's going to go for the big send right there to try to force some cleanup from Jala Soul to send him the blue. So there we go. Oh, no, it's...
Yeah, it was not cleanup. It was a bunch damage.
Yeah, but still
we got the crash.
Alive. He needs the blue crash. He's got the yellow crash. Boom. As long as he has the blue, if he can find a blue, he'll be okay. But it's too... No, it didn't get it.
Oh, I was looking on the right, watching Jala just like break a whole bunch of pink gems and sending so much garbage to the other side. And now we're gonna be all tied up 3 apiece. This might go all the way.
Yeah, and interesting that the... Oh wait, do they know the rules that if you win, you have to stick with the same character? That's generally the rules for fighting games. I don't know about puzzle games, and I think Hamster's wondering about that right now because Jala Soul's switching over to Morrigan here. Is that just they're just gonna let it rock here? One of the things that, you know, if Capcom is listening, it's all good, says Vi. One of the things that I would like to see from Capcom is based off the character that's picked, you know, because they've got the little sidebar of graphics, because obviously the arcade game... Oh, hang on a second. The arcade game is 4x3. Like, I feel like they should put the opponent's patterns on the little sidebars over there so you know what they're doing. So you know what the characters could send, because hard to describe Morrigan's stack, but Morrigan basically has kind of like this weird, like 2 layers of the same colors on top of each other, and then 2 layers of the same colors on top of each other above that kind of split. It's an interesting stack.
No.
But again, the column 4, 3, and 4 are pure red. A lot of times if she sends a lot of small things, so you can definitely build for that as well. And then also if she's sending small stuff, column 1 will largely be blue, but if she sends a lot of stuff, yeah, you're gonna be in trouble like this. Oh boy. Oh, but he's got the diamond, he'll be fine. But now the diamond from Jala Soul didn't have anything to diamond trick it with. If you don't have the column to be able to create that diamond, to be able to swap it true 180, you actually can't pull off the diamond trick. There are actual stacks where you cannot pull off the diamond trick. He needs Hamster needs a yellow crash gem. He needs a yellow crash gem like now, and they aren't giving it to him. They won't give him the yellow crash gem. And I think Hamster, yeah, he just gave up at that point because he's just like, really, game? Really?
Like, come on.
As a feverish Tetris player, I am very, very sympathetic to that plight.
Yeah, you're just waiting for either the like a T-spin or any of the long skinny Tetraminos to blow something up, and you're just like, please, don't let me die like this.
Again, if you guys are watching this, the Street Fighter V Top 8 for US West will start after this exhibition. And here we go, sending a lot of stuff. But did you see how he placed that pink crash gem in the middle there ahead of time? Just for this reason. Now, if he didn't get the diamond, he would have been able to just place the blocks and it would have eventually blew it up. Because he just placed that gem down there, that's definitely a very anti-Morrigan strategy there. But they're not giving him any more pink crash gems, by the way. They're not giving him any pink crash gems at all. Of course, pink being red in the non-colorblind friendly version, in the standard version. Soul right now, he needs to break through this pink. He's got the pink here. He's going to get the purple chained around there. Now he's got the yellow. If he can find another pink crash gem, that would be really, really nice. But actually, the diamond will do just fine.
Yeah, with the 3 chain sending a bunch over, but the diamond just hit on Hamster's side. Going to be able to cancel out the rest of those blocks, but still got 16 left. Not able to cancel, but send a bunch of it back. More rows, too. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy, this is going to be a lot. But again, Jala Soul now maybe wants to try. Oh, he needs a pink. He needs a pink crash. Where's the pink crash?
Oh, there it is, coming up.
Perfect timing. Boom. Okay. So that's going to save column 4. He's not in a position, though, that he can finish off Hamster. You see Hamster even waiting to break the pink gems over there on the side there. But he needs a pink crash gem now.
No blue crash coming, but
he's got the chain started, so there we go. That counter, that 24, that was going to be sent to him right there. Nicely set up. And is he going to... Okay, he's just going to break the big, the 2x3 gem over there. And now he's got the diamond trick. Has no choice but to kill the pink on the diamond trick. And here we go, setting up the blue. If he can find the blue crash gem right now, things are not going to be looking... It's going to be scary. It's going to be very scary. There's the blue crash gem. Goes for it. Boom. 31.27 cent over there now. Okay. But again, staying alive here. And this is definitely one of those sweaty matches. Because the pieces are falling fast, which means the counter damage is going to go away very soon. I think the counter damage is gone right now. So can Jala Soul survive?
oh, it might not be for much longer, but keeps getting crashes to keep coming. And now the diamond's on the field.
Oh boy. Okay. He's still alive.
Yeah, but I believe Jala's ahead, so I think Hamster still has a diamond.
Oh, that's
just
it.
Broke a whole bunch. Yeah, 2 chains.
Oh, dude, as soon as it gets to the point where you can't block, where you can't have the counter damage anymore, that's like the moment where I'm just like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, it's just like, at that point, it really is just like, well, who has the best setup, and when is that color gen coming, or the break gen coming to send all
to ruin lives?
Yeah, to send you home.
I mean, like, as soon as the counter damage goes away, like, I swear I'm like playing a survival horror game, because you're just like, man, I don't know if I can keep doing this for much longer.
Oh no, Mr. X is just right around the corner, you know.
Yep. Oof, oof. Yeah, but he's gonna let the timer run out on those gems. You see how he started playing really fast intentionally to make sure that he got the timer out as fast as possible. A lot of times when you need the timer to break, the timer blocks to trigger and turn to normal blocks as quickly as possible and get to the diamond piece as fast as possible, you just start dumping pieces as fast as you can, like with no regard for human life, basically, because, oh my god, no, there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. And Jala Soul is going to go up 4-3.
Yeah, for the first time, Jala has the lead in the set. Is this going to be the conversion? Are they going to be able to close it out?
He's been doing it with a character variety as well. Is he going to switch characters again? So look at... Oh, don't do Chun-Li. Chun-Li's Sakura. Okay, so Sakura, if you saw, pseudo Ken style with the rows, but the columns on the left and right make her kind of weak as well. So, but they do also have the flipped pattern as well. Okay, got it. So the columns 1 and 2 are not pure one color versus the other. So what's gonna happen here is that interestingly enough, is purple the green? Purple here, I think, is the green gems. Yeah, I think purple is for this color scheme. Purple is the green gem. So if Sakura sends small stacks, it's almost always going to be green on that side. And wow, he is just
I mean, Hamster lines column 2 with purple just to get the good break there. Yeah, and so it does look purple is the green, and so we're gonna see possibly the big break here.
I'm sorry, her columns are column 1 and column 2 are solid colors the entire way. My bad. I was looking at the old HDR drop patterns, which they tried to rebalance the patterns a little bit. So Sakura, yeah, column 1 only sends green, aka in this color scheme purple, and so that's why Hamster played the way that he did, because there is nothing Sakura can do except send purple on the column number 1. So as long as you build that as high up as possible, all Sakura is doing is sending you ammunition to basically destroy her.
I mean, in this world, it's kill or be killed, so they are definitely just trying to send a whole bunch. Oh my goodness!
God! Oh, perfect
like
timing for the diamond.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to clear it a lot.
And then 3 more pieces he drops, and down there at the very bottom, that pink that he planted there early on, look at that, perfect. He had that pink planted there very early on, specifically for that anti-Sakura strategy, because again, she sends pink, aka red gems, on the bottom row of columns 2 through 5. He needs a blue crash gem. Meanwhile, Jala Soul over here trying to do some cleanup here. He's kind of in a scary situation. I mean, he's okay as long as Hamster can't get access to any of the big stuff that he has. And look at this, he's got the diamond piece just in time. Jala Soul, staying alive. Oh, not
but again, yeah, because Jala's playing a little bit faster, if that diamond doesn't clear a big chunk of the screen, it just means in a piece or two, Hamster's going to come in with that diamond and send a whole bunch back at you.
Here we go. So again, like I said, Sakura, because she sends nothing but purple, aka red gems, on the on column number 1, that is, she's kind of lowish tier like Ryu, because it just sets up the ability for the opponent to blow you up really badly. And you can see again, had the purple gems over there, purposely just kind of blew him off to the side because he didn't need him. And he'd rather say, watch what happens in column 1. You see what that set up over there? Now it's just gonna turn into the biggest purple gem ever. And this is where the weakness of Sakura comes in. And now if he just gets a purple gem, this is gonna be scary.
I mean, if we can get the purple followed up by a yellow, I'm pretty sure it'll just KO anything.
Yeah. So there's one. So now he's got to try to counter this, and actually he's going to do a pretty decent job, but the killing blow is there. Actually, it's not even going to be a killing blow just yet. He's not getting the purple crash gem. He's like, where is my purple crash
Every other color.
Oh, dude, this is... Yeah.
There it is.
There it is, finally. Okay.
But
is this enough? Is this going to kill? 55, 62, it's enough to kill! And there you go, the Sakura definitely not paying off for Jala Soul, but you know, shout outs to Jala Soul for playing the different characters and showing us what makes someone top tier and lower tier in this game. The gem patterns are
Dan?
No.
Hold on.
Don't do it.
Hold
no!
on. Yes,
no,
the Dan
they're doing it!
Yes!
So, the reason why Dan is the worst character in this game because he only sends red gems. In this case, pink gems.
Yeah, just flat rows of the pink gems.
Yep. And so no matter what, no matter how it staggers, it is absolutely awful. He just sends you gems to kill you, so that you can kill him, basically.
But
that's like the entire that's the entire play of Dan.
But the playing field is level. I mean, both of them playing Dan, so do you really want to send big stuff if it's not gonna kill now? Like, you want to make sure that you have a combo that's gonna kill, because if you don't, you can wind up in a much worse situation.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, that's not gonna kill. So, but look at this counter. They're actually countering each other here. Not gonna let the pink come down, but there's gonna be a big old pink gem over there in one more drop. Bam!
Goodness.
Oh, if he can break both sides. Oh, but wait. Jala Soul trying to
No. Oh no. It's getting worse.
Ah, but they countered the damage. Look at that. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Hamster has a little bit more, I think, built up here with the blue and the pink, but now we're going to see good breaks from either side, and it's going to be Jala that's actually sending more of the garbage over.
Yeah, both of them are definitely trying to get like the one-time kill, but the problem is if you don't kill them or if they have the setup as well, what's happening right here is that Hamster is trying his best not to break anything. He just created a little bit of a chain there. So that's, oh, actually they got counter. Oh boy, here we go. 56, 38, not gonna be enough to kill. Down to 20. Beautiful counterplay there from Jala Soul, setting up chains as opposed to setting up, having a big pink gem. And oh, this is, oh no, there is not much you can do about this.
No, the full screen, it's all shit. It's all timers, so oh, was it 87 was the final?
Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, in fighting game nomenclature is called a TOD. That was definitely a touch of death. Oh man.
It's almost worse where you hit your opponent enough to give them the meter to then TOD you.
Yep, exactly. And therein lies the essence of how you play Puzzle Fighter. That's the thing, is like, this looks like it's just like, oh, build gems, but the counterplay of, oh, interesting, he's sending him a lot of pink stuff because, yeah, he wants him to break stuff so that he sends a lot of pink. So Hamster broke a few small things to get Jala Soul to break something big. But that didn't kill, so Jala Soul has all this ammo now.
Yeah, and it is going to break in 2 turns, so we do have a pink touching one of the blocks, so we're going to get a big break here of all of this damage. 77, 92?
Yeah, you're dead.
99, yeah,
GG,
I think that's a full screen.
Well played, game over. Dude, you are just looking at your impending death.
Yeah, if you don't drop the piece, the lines don't come, right? So
yeah. Nicely done between the two players, and shout outs to Hamster being the one to be like, Dan, and Jala Soul was like, Dan. My face there. Nice. But I hope you guys watching this got a good kind of indication how Puzzle Fighter is played at the higher levels, the kind of high level strategy that you need to win in this game.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more thought in the patterns of each character and how you're supposed to stack against them. So it was really interesting to see Jala, pull out the different characters while Hamster was mostly playing Ken. And so you saw, like with Sakura, the strategy that Hamster was playing was just like, well, I'm just going to stack a whole bunch of purple, aka green, and column 2 and wait for you to just send me stuff that's going to hit there and then just get a big break. So it's always interesting to see how there's small different strategies. I'm sad that we didn't get to see the Ryu at all, but I'll live.
The interesting thing about it really is, what I was saying that Jala Soul was doing, how he wasn't playing specifically anti-Ken, that he was almost kind of playing one player style Puzzle Fighter, trying to set up the 2 columns over there. And, when you play against the majority of players, if they're using Ken, they're going to be sending a lot of small stuff in there. So what Hamster was doing was the right meta to fight it. But if you fight somebody that knows the meta, that changes the meta. So, Jala Soul was like, I can't rely on you sending small amounts of red at me because I know you're smart. So you're playing a little bit slower paced. You're trying to create the setup. So instead, I'm going to create this big giant setup. regardless of what you're doing, to try to be able to kill you in 2 shots, basically 1 crash, 2 crash in a row. And that one round that I said was like the fastest round we've seen all day was a perfect example of that. And so, you know, yeah, that's the proper counterplay for Ken, unless you're fighting against a really good Ken, because they know not to do that. And so it's fascinating to always see the layers, you know, piling on top of each other of the strategy.
Yeah, so it's just, again, just super awesome to watch. And I love that we ended with the Damir of all things, to just like, let's just have fun, right? At the end of the day, it's an exhibition. Yep. We're showing off. So Damirs are always fun to just kind of see in any game, just to see what you can actually do with the character. Because, again, like everybody across a bunch of games, I think except for Street Fighter V, Dan is like considerably bottom tier. So it's good. It's good when people are like, no, there's still strategies that you can employ, and still like good, cool combos and stuff you can do in order to line stuff up. And Puzzle Fighter is no exception to that.
I love the fact that Capcom just leans into the fact that Dan is just like the biggest idiot all the time. Like I love it. And even in Street Fighter V, where they didn't make him a necessarily bad character, like they still, the personality, the way that he plays, they did such a good job. But yeah, and also in Alpha 2, Dan is not bad thanks to Vi, because he has the Vi CC, and Dan has one of the better Vi CCs. But outside of that glitch, yeah, Dan was supposed to be very bad.
Yeah, it was not developer intended, so.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
But we are coming up to our World Warrior event, Street Fighter V, after that lovely exhibition where we can go over a little bit who made it into the top 8 and have fun with that. So, of course, I think without any sort of question, Chris CCH, first seed in the tournament, was the first one to make it into top 8, but he's going to be up against JB. Then the other side of winners, we got Flaquito versus Jot. And who do we have coming up in the losers?
Yeah, we've got Yen DDB going up against Ouija +1. And then Filipino Man going up against 80s Bully. Now, both of us were kind of like, wait, I'm not really familiar who 80s Bully is. This is definitely a name that I am not familiar with here. And, oh, I'm sorry, that's not Yan DDB, that's Yanoobs. Okay, yeah, sorry. On my screen over here, it looks like a D. I looked at the start.gg and I was like, wait a minute, it's Yanoob. What am I thinking over here? Sorry about that, Yanoob. My bad.
Maybe if your name wasn't so noobish, it would work out.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So we got a couple of Rashids in here with JB and Ouija Plus, Filipino Man rocking the Rose, CCH, whoever he wants to play. Is Flaquito still kind of rocking? It was like Seth and Sakura and a whole bunch of other characters.
And Rose as well, right? Doesn't he play Rose as well now? Or maybe not, but I know that, thanks to Filipino Man, because Filipino Man and them, they all train together, Filipino Man, Chris CCH, and gang and everybody. And so, he's kind of spread the gospel of that Rose out there, and Rose is definitely, she's one of the newer characters. So that's obviously one of the advantages there. And she's also one of those characters that's really hard to lab against, largely because there's not a lot of Rose players out there, right? Even though Luke is the newest character right now, it's very easy to find Lukes to practice against, because everybody plays this character.
Everybody has a pocket Luke now. I think it's safe to say that. But Chris CH has been making him more of a main character and has been doing excellent with this character. You can see kind of the spacing already. Just so patient here in the neutral, looking for what he can get. But JB's not going down quietly, trying to find these crouch fierces to maintain some of the distance here and push back to the corner.
Yeah, and of course, as always, JB has always been kind of the spoiler here, originally from the New York scene, coming out here and then immediately doing damage at all the Wednesday night fights, offline and online. So if anyone's going to play spoiler to Chris CCH, JB has a history of this. And so here we go, look at this damage, and takes you to the corner again. Rashid, so good at deciding who's in the corner.
Yeah, the corner game is definitely dictated at his pace once your initial block screen is over. Try to walk up and get the throw for the kill, but not going to be there. But no, not in range to get the stun on the medium kick, and this is going to be a bunch of damage, but not out of it yet. One touch either way. Who's going to find it?
I can't believe he was brave enough to... Oh, yeah, he tried to interrupt, but he held it that time, and there's the mix with that Luke with the ability to hold on to the punch.
I'm not sure if it was just like
just
holding on.
I see Ouija Plus in the chat. What's up, Ouija?
Now just swinging in this neutral. Hit him with the medium punch, gonna be plus in the face and get the throw for it. Now this has JB back to the corner. You can see Chris not approaching too much because didn't want to let a wall jump get him out, but JB with the smart EX tornado and then the hop over with the V-Skill 1, but got back thrown out of the V trigger. Oh no.
What a throw. And again, one of the powerful things about Luke is that he can fit. Oh my god, what?
Every confirmed, so much damage. Not even a question if it's gonna kill. It absolutely is.
No need to ask the question. Oh man. But yeah, again, one of the things that makes Luke such a strong character, that forward heavy punch, that standing medium punch, you can fish with both of those, and if your reactions are really good, very easy to convert. I mean, for the forward heavy punch, you don't even necessarily need like extreme great reactions there. Very easy to link into the stand light punch for a knockdown off the target combo. But -2 on block, you just gotta throw it out there.
Yeah, but again, got the dash forward after the wall bounce there to take the corner control, but not for long. JB was able to fight out. But here we go, the medium punch and the activation counter hits, so gets all this big damage using this V trigger too. And of course, if you haven't heard it enough, Luke builds up his V trigger the more that he's gonna hit you. Loses it when he himself gets hit, and now we got JB taking a bunch of this away. Look at that extended, the extra hit on the tornado.
Nice. The fast jump of Rashid, able to punish that throw in time. I was actually interested. I was like, for a while, I was like, wow, JB actually used the EX Eagle Spike to, you know, switch sides in the middle of the screen like that. But that neutral jump shimmy, quote shimmy, worked really well, and I loved him using that V reversal to get out of the corner. Oh, he just...
Yeah, didn't get the anti-air out in time, but thankfully Chris didn't hit his combo. But sitting on this full super bar, Chris can easily take this. Gonna try to hold on to it. No, spend it big now.
And there you go, that standing medium punch. I mean, you could confirm it. I don't know what the cancel window is, you know, into itself for the medium punch target combo. But on counter hit, yeah, if you're close enough, you could just link it into the light. And it will definitely find a lot of counter hits at the right range. And then there's that towards heavy punch again. Just fishing with that, fishing with the stand medium punches. They both move so far forward. And so you just have to have that mental image of how far that those buttons can hit.
Yeah, and that's all this kind of neutral play is. It's like vying for that small position in the middle of like, well, will my button hit versus your button hitting, and then just like stepping just outside of your opponent's range right when they want to press something. But JB used the meter and just had that extra opportunity to take some space back, get back to mid-screen. So smart using, like, I have this option to get pressure started, and if it doesn't work out, I have another thing to do with it. And now got the big hit into the corner, but bust out from Chris CCH, and the activation, what's coming next?
Scary times here. Luke could definitely do some massive damage here, but here comes JB. Wow, shot through the tornado and then dash forward to block it to erase the few last hits that remain. But of course that costs the EX, so that means that CCH does not have a lot of meter for canceling into the super right now. Ooh.
Yeah, but still has possible -2 situations into the EXCP, which you can see whenever he swings forward. But yo, back throw, 15 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, he tried to shimmy him. Are you kidding me? He did that kind of... Oh, wait, he rolled in and got there. Does he have the light? No, he tried to walk back. He clipped him. No, what happened?
Oh, you thought there was gonna be a little bit of a throw. JB wanted the shimmy and got caught pressing at just that wrong time. Chris CCH just waking up with a slight delay with the low forward. Catching JB still moving around and able to seal it with the EX Fireball. Yeah, just heartbreaking.
Brutal right there. And you know what? I think JB ran in and then looked at the life and was like, I might have the life lead. Let me back away and try to, you know, run out the clock. And right when he decided to try to walk back is when Chris CCH threw out that crouch medium kick. Oh, that is very unfortunate for JB, and that actually puts him down 2-0.
Just look at this, Chris. I feel now just getting into the zone, you can see just walking forward, finding these low forwards and the jabs, just backing JB up, gets a counter hit conversion into the stand medium, and now the corner pressure can start. Not for long, got the jump out, but Cross got DP just to get the damage on the way out.
Yeah, JB not with a confirm off that standing heavy punch, didn't quite believe that it was going to hit, but he does have the corner position, and that's some plus frames, goes for back-to-back throws, but Chris CCH found the right moment to fight out. Wow, it's nice to have a button like that, man.
Ooh, Raw Super will chip out, but we do have a V-reversal on deck, so we can get out of some dangerous block strings, but not when you whip your jab. You thought you were going to be safe. Oh, I'm going to just whip my light button here. Chris CCH with the return jab, just checking it. Doesn't have to be on purpose. You're just like fishing with a button and you're just like, ah, that hit, that's great.
You're like, thanks, nice. Don't have to work that hard now. Nice. I mean, that sounds like the Luke mantra, right? Oh, I don't have to work as hard as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, Chris definitely not trying to work as hard, trying to get into this winner's final spot, get that extra life in the grand finals possibly. But here's the big activation after JB did so well pushing Chris to the corner, couldn't get the confirm on the low forward. Now JB still has this opportunity, full super on deck, both sides.
One little tiny hit from JB definitely will. I mean, if the route isn't EXable easily to kill, you can just kill with the super straight up.
Oh, trade didn't get the combo on the air hit, but it whipped enough that it was still like a setup for the kill frame. So we got the wake up EXDP. It's not even invincible on the start of it. Well, it is invincible on the start of it. It doesn't hit immediately, so you gotta just, if Chris CCH just waited a little bit, had the block there, he would have been in a good position. But JB able to get around here. It feels like he's barely been able to fight here.
Chris CCH didn't believe. He was like, no way he's gonna wake up EXDB, and he did it.
Yeah, like, come on, it's such a bad option. Why would you use it?
And thus it is the philosophy of fighting games. When the options are so bad that they become good. Because they're so bad. Oh, man.
Good jab check there on the down forward after the throw, but none of that coming. Chris CCH just waking up with a big EX again.
I can do it, dude. Yes. Oh, dude, he has been so on point with that. Just, you know what? He's like, I'm willing to take this damage here because at least I knock him down and he can't combo me out of it. So he's been nullifying that V trigger so effectively. And now JB still has life lead, a bad confirm, and it's enough to kill on the last hit.
No, one hit after that, but it was so close. I was almost certain that Chris CCH was gonna live and make some sort of crazy comeback, but finally JB stepping into the ring, getting a game on the board. Let's see if this is the momentum shift that he needs, right? Like so many times Street Fighter V is like having that momentum, getting out of your own head, be like, no, I can do this. I'm just gonna rock my game. He's not gonna be able to do anything. So let's see if that's gonna happen. What does JB have left?
A lot of times those single hit confirms on the crouching medium kicks are confirmed off of seeing the opponent standing. And JB actually did like last second crouch, like he walked and then last second crouch block. Oh no, that was not a good confirm on JB at all. That is definitely punishable, allowing Chris CCH to get out, but JB now. Oh, he read it and he's got the big punish.
Yeah, the first EX that was blocked, but you put yourself into the corner, not the NA Classic, and now you're trapped. Your activation, counter hit, no conversion for Chris, but still a good situation left there in this corner. Activation, here we go.
Trying to sandwich him. Chris CCH not too worried about it. JB though, good life lead here. And Chris, without a lot of meter, nice run up frame trap, got the counter hit and the full combo conversion. And yeah, Chris did not have a lot of resources for the big comeback. So JB looking really strong. Oh no, why did that hit?
I think it was the medium kick hit on like a later frame, so it wasn't able to combo even on the hit, and so just not there for JB that had the proper hit confirm. Like, he saw this button hit, this is what I do. But sometimes there's these small variances that change up the game where your opponent reels back too much and I can't hit my combo right now. Goodness. It's the third time that he's done it and the third time that it's connected.
Oh, that's actually a great trade because the towards medium punch actually knocked. No, execution error. That was not what he wanted at all. He was just crouching, walking, and wanted to hit medium punch, and it came out as a quarter circle forward motion. Oh, that was so unfortunate for JB. Oh, brutal.
Yeah, so it's very important for JB not to get twisted off this game. You know, you can miss a combo or miss a link, and you got to make sure that you're staying strong at this competitive level. But Chris CCH found that hole, found that opening, is just going to expose it as wide as possible. I don't think we'll be able to kill here, but loop damage is loop damage. Oh, it's over. Why did I even?
And Coach is gonna take it. Chris CCH. Maybe that's what CCH has stood for this whole entire time. Coach, because that's what Luke says in that Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode. Call me Coach. And there it is. Chris Coach is gonna take it. And yeah, Ouija, I mean, look, I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 5 on stream. I play Lucia. You wiggle the joystick in any form and she DPs and I die, and you can definitely watch my stream and watch all my salt. You can watch all the salt on my stream every time I accidental DP. But yep, that can happen too with the quarter circle forward motions as well. Just down forward, down forward, down forward. Oh, you accidentally hit down and forward at the same time. Oh,
sorry,
brutal, man.
You get a DP. Hope you like it. That's why I switched to playing Guile. I don't have to worry about that.
There you go. Just even more arguments to play hitbox at this point, right?
Yeah, just push up and a button. It's easy.
Oh man, dude. Okay, look. Allow me just to rant here for a second. I've done half circle back ×2 and hit kick, and I've DP'd. Like,
what?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, I can reproduce it very easily. You just go do it really fast and hit kick, and out comes a DP, and it is just like, I just want to. Yeah. Anyways, you know what? I think Vi is like, James, stop talking about your own personal experiences now. So I think we're going to take a quick break here so he can yell at me and straighten me out over here. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More top 8 action after this.